About a year ago, I posted a video about a dystopian artificial womb factory. It seemed like a far-fetched idea, until now, when Kaiwa Technology unveiled a strange humanoid robot with an artificial womb that can grow human babies. At the 2025 World Robot Conference, the company unveiled plans for this pregnant robot priced under $14,000. As I dug deeper, what I found out shocked me. Not just about Kaiwa, but about how China is quietly merging AI and biology in ways the West isn't ready for. Imagine a life-sized robot with a baby bump. That's exactly what a Guangzhou startup, Kaiwa Technology, claims it's building. At the 2025 World Robot Conference in Beijing, Kaiwa's CEO, Dr. Zhang Qifeng, announced plans for a humanoid gestation robot with an artificial womb in its abdomen. The goal is to carry a fetus for a full 10-month term and deliver a baby, just like a human pregnancy. Zhang even hints this could be a high-tech surrogate, a robot wife, for those who want children without the strains of actual pregnancy. Kaiwa says a prototype could arrive by 2026 and cost under 100,000 yen, which is approximately $14,000. In short, it sounds like something out of science fiction, and in fact, it has been met with a mix of astonishment and skepticism. Behind the headlines, though, the story is murky. In China, it was reported by tech media, but Western fact-checkers quickly raised red flags. Nanyang Technological University, Zhang's claimed alma mater, says no such PhD or Kaiwa project existed. Snopes and Live Science label the pregnancy robot story as unverified, essentially fake news. In other words, there's no independent proof that Kaiwa's bot is real. It may be more hype than hardware. Nevertheless, it pushed the conversation about artificial wombs into the spotlight. Before we move on to the next section, don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed the video so far. So what's actually behind this idea? Artificial womb technology does exist in labs, for now, only for animals. In 2017, researchers in Philadelphia kept a premature lamb alive for weeks in a transparent biobag filled with a nutrient fluid. The lamb grew inside this pseudo-womb, just like in a real uterus, feeding through a tube hooked to its umbilical cord. But crucially, those systems are still just super advanced incubators. They can't handle conception, implantation, or a true full-term pregnancy yet. Turning that lab setup into a walking, talking robot body would require breakthroughs beyond anything achieved to date. Meanwhile, the ethical and legal hurdles are enormous. Chinese law currently caps lab-grown human embryos at 14 days and completely bans surrogacy. No agency has approved a real human to grow in an artificial setting yet. In fact, doing so would need drastic policy changes. Kaiwa says it's already met with Guangdong officials and submitted proposals to explore the idea, but as one commentary notes, its plan sits in a legal gray zone with no path to approval under current bioethics rules. Not surprisingly, the internet blew up over this announcement. Many Chinese netizens reacted with horror, calling the concept stomach-turning, horrible, and a dystopian nightmare. One commenter fumed that it's cruel for a baby to be born without connection to a mother. Some people even imagined state-run baby factories and genetic engineering gone wild. On the other hand, a few hopeful voices emerged. One woman who had struggled with multiple failed IVF rounds said that if the robot is real, it could be my last chance to have a baby. In effect, Kaiwa was pitching the robot as a high-tech alternative to a human surrogate, which appeals to couples desperate for a child but afraid of the risks of pregnancy. Biomedical experts remain skeptical. As Yale reproductive scientist Dr. Harvey Kleiman put it, the idea raises too many red flags. Should we do it? My answer would be categorically no, he told Live Science, although he admitted it's intellectually interesting to consider. So, while the fetal lamb experiments show partial progress, a human-robot pregnancy is far from proven, and it has ignited a fierce debate over what's desirable or even permissible in reproductive technology. And while Kaiwa Technology was sparking headlines with their first artificial wombs in a humanoid robot, China's Agriculture Department has been working on GEAIR, a breeding robot. Meanwhile, China's agricultural scientists have been quietly unveiling a real breakthrough, GEAIR, an AI-powered breeding robot. At the same conference, the Chinese Academy of Sciences, CAS, showcased this genome editing robotic system for plants. GEAIR stands for Genome Editing with Artificial Intelligence-Based Robots. In practice, it means using CRISPR gene editing to make crops easier for robots to pollinate, then letting AI-driven machines do the hybrid breeding. For example, the researchers removed key genes to create male sterile plants with exposed stigmas, the flower parts that catch pollen. This crop robot co-design lets the robot's precision arms cruise between plants, identify when flowers are ready, and place pollen on the exposed stigma, mimicking skilled human breeders. GAIR is the world's first robot capable of full-process plant breeding. Published in Cell by CAS geneticists, it's literally bringing science fiction to the greenhouse. In demonstrations, it shuttles through rows of crops with computer vision, just like a sci-fi android gardener, spotting the right blossoms and gently pollinating them. Its efficiency is already on par with expert human technicians. KS researcher Xu Tao enthuses that combining AI and robots in this way offers vast opportunities, enabling a shift from experience-driven farming to precision breeding. The payoff could be huge. Much faster creation of high-yield, climate-resilient crop varieties, all with lower cost and labor. In fact, the team calls it a leap from the old green revolution to a new robot revolution in agriculture. GAIR isn't a speculative rumor, it's proven tech. It integrates biotechnology, AI, and robotics into a closed-loop intelligent breeding system. By automating painstaking cross-pollination and combining it with modern breeding tricks like speed breeding, GEAIR can cut breeding cycles from years to weeks. That translates to faster seed development and more robust harvests, which is a big deal for food security. In fact, they've already used it on soybeans, where it sped up the creation of special sterile lines for hybrid yields. When you pair gene editing with smart robots, you accelerate crop science, a key goal in China's national push to fuse AI, robotics, and biotech for agriculture. Looking at these two stories together, you get a glimpse of where tech is racing. One is an eyebrow-raising idea, pregnant robots, that may turn out to be vaporware, and the other is a lab-validated breakthrough, robot farmers, that likely will transform an industry. Both highlight an underlying trend that shows China is aggressively applying AI and robotics to life sciences. Its scientists proudly call GAIR a closed-loop technology system for intelligent breeding and aim to be pioneers of the AI for science era. At the same time, even if the Kaiwa project proves fictitious, it reflects real pressures. China faces low birth rates and bans on surrogacy, so entrepreneurs are scrambling to invent fertility solutions, robotic or not. As a tech fan, I find it thrilling and a bit spooky. A talking delivery bot carrying a baby. It sounds like Black Mirror, but it got people talking about real questions. Meanwhile, GAIR is taking robots out of the factory and into the greenhouse, promising faster, more efficient farming. The combination of gene editing and AI here is no joke. It could help feed billions. In fact, researchers say these advances could cut costs, boost crop yields, and create high-speed breeding pipelines for climate-ready plants. China's approach to tech has always been bold and sometimes controversial. Whether it's a robot mama or an AI farmer, the point is that machines and biology are colliding in new ways. With GEAIR, they've shown how a robot revolution might save the harvest. With the Kaiwa hype, they've shown the wild ideas now on the table, ones that force us to ask what we want technology to do for life itself. As one analyst put it, even talking about a robotic pregnancy sparks a profound debate on what it means to be human. In any case, we'll be watching closely because even though these developments may seem unrelated, together they point to an era where AI, robotics, and biotech converge. They're reshaping both reproduction and agriculture in ways we never imagined. But what do you think about these pregnant robots? Should robots have the ability to produce human life, or should that Pandora's box remain closed forever? Let us know in the comments below. Here's another video AI enthusiasts loved watching. This is AI Exposed, demystifying the world of artificial intelligence, one video at a time.